This is the product review on the Atlas ALP45-DP and matching commuter cars. So let's get started with the details. So as you can see on the Locomotive, you have a highly detailed front. You have a plow, MU cables. Let me see if I can get down here and show you guys that. You have a plow, MU cables, knuckle coupler. These are whisker couplers, by the way. You have crisp, legible lettering that matches the prototype. These aren't separately applied, but they're painted. You have a full in-cab interior. Oops. So full in-cab interior on the model. You have the 5-chime horns, which with the template you can actually add a second set up here if you wanted to, because on the AMT units they actually had 2 of these horns on the top, and don't know why they do that, but that's what they do. So then you have your different antennas here. So this is, I think that's your little mini GPS dome, and then there's your Sinclair antenna. Then you have your exhaust stacks here with your fans. Now, personally, I think you can make these, like, personally, if they were like see-through or, you know, painted black, I think that would look a little bit better. But I like the details on it. It's a great model. The paint is crisp. As you can see, lettering is legible. And then you have the separately applied grab irons, which are here. And then your truck details are exquisite. And then let me take the model off the track for a second and show you the undercarriage, because you guys probably want to see that. I mean, look at the undercarriage detail on this thing. I mean, just look at that detail. It's a super heavy die-cast metal frame. And then let me show you the back. So on the model, when the model is reversing, the top headlights are on, but then the bottom lights are not. So those are marker lights. I believe you can actually wire those up, but I'm not sure. But that's okay. I don't really mind that. I'm just happy to have the model. Let me just get it on the track, couple it up. Alright, moving back to the details on the roof, you have your electrical details here. So you have your insulators, your different resistor boxes. You obviously have a metal pantograph. Let me move this up. So when you first take it up, that's how it works. But then it has to come out of this little bracket here. And all you just do is pop that up. And then moving here, you have a fully sprung pantograph. And it's metal. So I'm really happy that it's made out of metal. And it's easy to put down, so that's another thing. Because like on the Atlas AEM7s and ALP44s, it's very hard to make them, it's very hard to put them in the up position, and it's very hard to put them in the down position. So that's a plus right there. You have some more details here. You got a little hatch there. Yeah, so that's it. So now let's move on to the coaches, shall we? So this is a standard coach. I don't believe the AMT has bathrooms in there. I think they have bathrooms in theirs. I don't know if this one is a bathroom one or not. I just think it's a coach. Yeah, it's just a standard coach. So as you guys can see, full interiors with LED lighting. I mean, look at that. You can actually see the seats. Let me just clear that up. It's blurry. You can actually see the seats in there. The paint is crisp. It's not overly done. It's like the lettering is legible. There's great truck detail. I mean, look at the truck details right here. Very great. And the cars are pretty heavy too. I'm going to take it off the track in a second, but I'm going to show you the roof detail. So you have your air conditioning units up here. And then there's that. And then your end details. Let me just take it off the track real quick. So you have your end details, your MU cables, and then your couplers. So this is a cool thing. So like on the European models where you have that NEM coupler pocket that has like the swing mechanism, Atlas has done that, but has modified theirs to just accept the KD coupler. So it's just a KD coupler pocket with a NEM type swing mechanism, and that enables the model to swing around the curves. So you can see that spring right there, which I really think is great. So you can actually put this on a tighter radius layout. So here's the undercarriage detail. Oh, and another thing I found out is cab car, the coaches actually have a place for speakers. So those are the holes right there for your speaker. So the cab cars and the coaches use the same frame. So theoretically, if you wanted to put a speaker in the coaches, I'm pretty sure you could, but I don't think they have the wiring harness for that. But the frame is designed to accept a speaker, as far as I'm concerned. Let me see if you can. Well, no, you can't put a speaker in there. I don't think. Maybe under the floor, I would assume. Maybe it's under the floor, but you could see the holes in the frame there. And then this is the cab car. So you have so right here you can clearly see the difference. Let me couple these two up again. So right here between the cab car and the coach. So the coach is on your left and the cab car is on your right. You'll see this area here is different. This is where the Sinclair antenna is on the cab car. That's pretty much the only spotting feature that's different on the rear. And then here's the end of the cab car. This one's number 3700, or number 3000, sorry, 3700, number 3700. And then there you can see where the holes are for the speakers in the floor. So coach doesn't have the holes in the floor, but it has them in the frame. But the cab car does have the holes in the floor. If you can see them through that window right there. Okay. And then here's the end of the car. So you have your MU cable details here. You have your diaphragm, car number, logo, ditch lights, marker lights, and then your headlights right here. You got your wipers, which they're not separately applied, but that's okay. And then another cool feature is you have a plow. And if you can look here, you can actually see the swing coupler mechanism. See? That's just like the NEM couplers, but they modified theirs to have a KD coupler box on it, which I think is great. Now that we've done that detail, let's go with the sounds, shall we? So it's an ESU Loc sound equipped locomotive. So I'm going to ring the bell. Actually, let me pull it back a little bit for you guys. Do this properly. Alright. So there's the lights. And then the bell. Horn. Now let's do the engine startup sequence. Alright. So both engines are fired up right now. Let's just do a little pass right here. And it's got functioning marker lights right there. So let's go to electric mode. And they've actually captured the traction motor sounds beautifully. Alright, let's go back to diesel mode. I hope you guys enjoyed this product review video, and maybe it'll help you buy your own ALP45-DP and matching commuter cars. Alright guys, later.